This is math video number 20. Let's continue on. If 5 times a number is less than 55, what is the greatest possible integer value of the number? Remind that this is actually a problem from the well, I'm not going to tell you, but I'm not going to tell you. Yeah, so this is still working on the verbal problem, but it's a word problem on the verbal expressions, solving a linear equation in one variable, and then inequality in one variable. That's what we call it. Okay, so 5 times a number is less than. What is the greatest possible? I'm going to highlight that, okay? Okay? When it's like this, a greatest possible number, a greatest possible integer. Okay? Okay. A greatest possible integer means that it's like this. It's basically like 5 times the number. It's like the value of the number, like less than 55. Like example, 5x, which I'm going to type right here. 5x, which is right here. 5x is less than 55. How will we solve that? Okay, so what we're going to do, we're going to make this bigger. And 5x, we have to figure out the x itself. That's the reason why people got confused on this. Okay, so let's see example if you could do 5 times 1. That's not, well, 5 times 1 is 5, which it doesn't make sense because the reason why it doesn't really make sense because it's not really an answer for that. So there's no answer for that. That's wrong. 5 times 2, which is also wrong. I mean, it's not wrong. It is wrong? I don't know. 5 times 2. 5 times 2. If you do 5 times 2, a greatest possible integer. Like example, like if you do like less than 55, that's going to be not as an answer. So if you do 5 times 5 times 3. 5 times 3 is not an answer because 55 is not really, because 55 is way lesser than 15. So that's not 15. 15 is not less than 55 because it's like too low, so we need the same amount. Okay, 5 times 4, 20, that's not correct. Not 5 times 5, not 5 times 6. The answer for this would be 5 times 10 equals 50 because the greatest possible integer, it means closest, because 5 times 2 is not the closest. So that's the reason why the greatest possible integer is 5x, which is 5 times 10 equals 50. So the answer for this, for the multiple choice, is number 3, 10. Because 10, if you put 5 times 10, if you go here, it's going to be 50 less than 55, which is actually the answer. So some people got confused on that. If you do 5 times 10, it's going to be 250. So that's going to be like a little bit interesting for you. So that's the reason why you're doing like this. So just make to remind that the answer is number 3 in the multiple choice 10. Make sure you got to be careful on that. Okay. Okay, so we have the next one. Sorry about that. Okay, sorry about that. Jason's part-time job pays him $155 a week. He already saved $375. Say $375. Sorry about that. I said it wrong. What is the minimum number of weeks he needed to work in order to have enough money to buy a dirt bike for $500? Okay, we need the minimum number that line right here. Alright, jumpy again. I know. The minimum number of weeks. So what we'll figure it out is we're gonna do like this. 155W. Let's say example. Okay, so what we're gonna do, 155W is this right over here, which is $155 a week, and 375. It's gonna be added right here. It's gonna be plus 375. So 155W is 155 a week. So that's the reason why you're making an equation. So, and expression. Sorry about that, not an equation. Well, we call it like an equation. It is what it is. So this is your equation of this. Linear inequality, I call it. Linear inequality. 155W plus 375. And minimum number of weeks, which is actually this. Boom. Right over here. This sign right here. This sign right here. This minimum number of weeks would work with this sign right here. That's the reason why you have to change. You put it as, it's not a greater than. It's a less than or equal to. That's the reason why it's called like that. Okay? That's the reason why you have to put like that. You got to be careful on the signs. You know, you got to concentrate. Because this is going to be on the test. On the test on Monday, you have to figure it out, okay? You have to concentrate. Okay? So, let's move on. Okay, so what you got to do is minus 375, which we already knew that. Minus 375, and both sides, which we got to do that. Okay, so I'm going to underline that. And we're going to bring that down, which we'll redo that later. Okay. Okay, so this cancels out, so we don't need. 155W, bring that down. Okay, so we're going to do that now. We're going to go back. 155W, and this is going to be right here. It's going to be, and this is going to be right here. Okay, so 900 minus 375 is 525. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to make a line up. We have to divide. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to divide. Oops, sorry. Sorry. Okay, so 155W, 155, so we're going to put that on both sides. 155, so on the line, 155. 155. So, okay, so this cancels out, so what we're going to do, we're going to enable drawing. This cancels out, so we're left with this type, this form, what do I call it? Sorry. Now we're left on the right side, so 525 divided by 155 it's W. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to calculate on my calculator. So, okay, 525 divided by 155, it equals to 3. So, W is less than or equal to 3. That's your answer. That's your answer for, and that's number 3. That's number 3. Oh, I'm gonna erase that. Okay, so we're gonna erase that. So that's number 3. Okay, we're gonna put it now. Okay, so you got it now. Okay, so that's about it for this video. I'll see you in the next math video. Okay, so this is math video number 20. See you in the next video. Make sure to watch this, all 8th grade. 801 and 802 should watch this for preparing for the math test, okay? So on Monday. So make sure to watch it, okay? So this is math video number 20. See you in the next video, which is math video number 21. Goodbye.